All right, so just like we did before, make sure when your name is called that you're going to be up next. Make sure you're at the end of pit road. So as soon as I'm ready to send you out, you can head out there. First one out there is going to be Patrick Cooney. Go ahead and out there when you are ready.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Core Premier Series, round 14 here at Knoxville. Tonight, we are in the 410 winged sprint cars for an interesting format here tonight. Only 2 rounds remaining until the playoffs here. As you can see, we are starting qualifying.
Next car out there is going to be Eric Andrews.
Patrick Cooney there is out on track right now in that 001 machine, currently on his first flying lap here. See what kind of time here he can lay down on the board. He's sort of running that middle groove right now. That's where we saw most guys running in practice for their hot laps. We should see that wear in pretty quickly here tonight, and then it'll be interesting to see what line the drivers take. As you can see, he lays down a 15.62 there for the top qualifying time. He's the first driver out on track though. And just going by the practice times, I don't believe that's going to hold on to pole tonight. But he is on his second lap here, and he does not.
After Andrews is going to be John Crane.
Does not do better there. So his first lap was the quickest, so he is going to settle there for 15.62. Let's go to the next driver out on track currently right now is Eric Andrews there. And that Raise Energy number 9 machine there as he heads out, completes his first lap there. He is currently second, 0.04 of a second down on our pole sitter Patrick Cooney so far here.
John, going out there.
And now as he crosses the line to complete his second lap there, he does not best his first lap there, so unfortunately there. Now we'll head to the 199 here of John Crane, who just had a bit of an issue there joining the track. It's very slick on that bottom side of the track there once you exit pit road.
After Crane, it will be Derek Sherman.
As you can see, John starts his first lap here. He's riding on that bottom line. The first driver we've seen do that here tonight. We'll see what this 199 machine can do as he slides up the track there in that corner there as he crosses the line. And what kind of time he does lay down the current provisional pole time there with a 15.36. We'll see if he can gain any time here on his second lap. So far it looks like the drivers have been putting their best lap down on the first lap.
All right, Derek, go out there.
And he will keep that time on the board there, the 15.36. So current provisional pole goes to the 199 of John Crane. Next we have the number 42, Derek Sherman here.
After Derek is going to be Dane Simpson.
As he comes out of turn 3 and 4 here, going to start his first flying lap here. See what kind of time he lays down there. It's going to be 4th there on the board. As we see him blink out there just a little bit. Had a bit of a connection issue, but he's on his second flying lap here. Currently running that middle lane again here as he crosses the line. We'll see if he can better his time. He does. He moves up to 3rd. And we'll check in on the next car here to go out on track for qualifying. It's going to be the 96 here of Dane Simpson as he joins the track and will start his first flying lap. 2 laps here tonight for the drivers in qualifying. And this will set their running order for the heat races here tonight. Okay, we see Simpson there cross the line. Currently 5th fastest. Quite a bit of time to make up there. We'll see what he can do here in the second flying lap.
Go out there, Paul.
And Simpson does do better, but it's still going to be 5th fastest there for Simpson. So Paul Butler is the next to head out on track here. The RC Cola number 77 machine here. We'll see what he can do. We've seen him win.
After Paul is going to be Patrick Shelton.
Actually, we had Dane Simpson there. Timing board was a little late to update, but it looks like he moves into the provisional pole there with a 15.31. So we'll see what Paul Butler here can do on his first flying lap here tonight. Currently 6th fastest there for Paul Butler. And he moves up to 2nd fastest there. So good job there from Paul Butler. Heck of a second lap from him.
After Shelton is going to be Brandon Mettler.
And next on track here is the 04 of Patrick Shelton as he starts his first flying lap here tonight in that 04 machine here. Running a little bit higher up the track than we've seen the other drivers there, as that track is starting to change and that middle line starting to wear down. And the grip, these drivers are going to be struggling to find the grip here tonight on this flat Knoxville Speedway here tonight. And it looks like the 04 there is going to lay down the 7th fastest lap. We'll see what he can do here on his next lap.
Go out there, Mettler.
Still 2nd there. One more lap to go. We'll see if he can advance up the running order here tonight for the heat races. And he crosses the line, and it's going to be 7th fastest there. He does not best his 2nd lap there for Patrick Shelton.
After Mettler is going to be John Ominger.
And next on track here, we got the number 15 of Brandon Mettler out here, starting his first flying lap. We'll see what he can do here. We've seen him have some good runs in the dirt cars, the few that we've ran here in the Core Premier Series. So excited to see what he can do here tonight. Lays down the 6th quickest lap there on his first lap. With a 15.44 here. Running a little bit lower than we saw Shelton run there on the track.
Put out there, John.
Actually looks like he's doing a bit of a high entry, low exit kind of thing here tonight. And it may work out for him there. Let's see. Currently still 6th fastest here on the final lap. He crosses the line. And he does not best his first lap there. So
after John is going to be Jimmy Covert.
All right, next up is the 44 here of John Nobinger as he goes out here for his 3 laps of qualifying. We see John hugging that bottom side. First driver we've seen do that here tonight. Running all the way there on the bottom against the berm. A handful of these 410 wing sprint cars are, and that is a very challenging line to run. Let's see where that puts him here. Currently 9th fastest, so not the quickest way around the track yet. Not until this track starts to slick up here and we see some of those alternate lines develop.
Right out there, Jimmy.
He rounds the final corner here. We'll see if he can move up the running order here. Currently 9th there with a 15.56. And he crosses the line. Does not.
After Jimmy's going to be Mason Smith.
Does not advance up the running order there, so it looks like it's going to be provisional 9th there for Nobinger. Next on track is the number 14 here of Jimmy Covert for his 3 laps of qualifying here tonight in that Raise Energy Core Premier number 14 machine here. Covert's going to go third fastest there with that first lap. That puts him at a 15.32 there on his second lap. Moves up into second. He's currently, it looks like 1/1000th of a second separating the top two there, but he's not going to get a better time on his final lap there, so he will have to settle for provisional second there.
After Mason is going to be Adam Jones.
And next up, we've got Mason Smith here in the number 6 Cinnamon Toast Crunch machine there. Heck of a paint scheme there Mason's running tonight, as he's going to start his first flying lap here as he goes through turns 3 and 4. We'll see what Mason Smith here can do in these 410 wing sprint cars. Mason's a bit of a wild card here in the Core Premier Series. We know he's really fast at the road racing stuff, but here on the dirt, he's had some success and some not success here. So we'll see what he can do here tonight, round 14 of the Core Premier Series, as he does put the 11th fastest time up on the board that time around with a 15.53. And that's going to put him 2/10 there off of the pole.
Right, Adam.
As he crosses the line there, he doesn't go any faster that time around.
After Adam's going to be Kevin Foster.
So next up here is the number 46 of Adam Jones. We know Adam knows his way around a dirt oval here, so we'll see what kind of time he can lay down here in qualifying for his 3 laps. As he crosses the line here for his first lap. Going to go 12th fastest there, currently 2/10 off of the pole sitter time. You see him run a little bit higher on the track there that time around, trying to find that grip as the track is ever evolving. You start to see the slick line develop there, where all these drivers are running toward that lower middle line. That second time around, that puts him up into 10th. And here on the final lap, goes up to 6th quickest there. So he found a little bit of speed there toward the tail end of his qualifying run with a 15.40.
That will be after Kevin. And then after me will be Dylan.
All right, next up we've got the number 8 of Kevin Foster here in that Castrol Racing machine here tonight as he starts his first flying lap here. He goes 13th quickest there on his first lap with a 15.61. About 3/10 off of the pole sitter's time there as he completes his second lap here. We'll see how much speed he found there on that second lap. Does not go any quicker, so he's going to have to give it all here on this third and final qualifying lap here. And he crosses the line there, does not go any quicker there, so he's still going to be in 13th there. All right, next up on track here is the number 18 of Carl Handwerk. And we know Carl knows his way around a dirt oval. He had a great finish there in the street stocks just a few weeks ago at Volusia. We'll see what he can do here at Knoxville here in these 410 wing sprint cars as he going to cross the line here for his first lap. We'll see what kind of time he can throw up on the board. One thing to mention, the drivers did not get a lot of practice here. They only went out for a few laps to turn some hot laps, and then we jumped straight to qualifying here as Handwerk goes 12th quickest there with a 15.50. See as he struggles for grip here, rear end really hanging out there on the corner exit. Does not go any quicker there on his second lap. He was actually a 10th slower. We'll see what he can do here in the third and final lap. And does not go any quicker there. So going to be provisional 12th there for Carl Handwerk, which is really surprising given the performance he was able to put on there in those dirt street stocks just a few weeks ago. But we'll see here what Dylan McDonald can do there in that number 1 racing machine as he goes out for his 3 qualifying laps. This will be our final driver here tonight in qualifying, and then we'll jump straight into the heat races. Dylan crosses the line there, 15th with a 15.69. Second lap, he goes a little faster there with a 15.54. That moves him up into 14th. And we'll see what he can do here on his 3rd and final lap here in qualifying. The number 1 of Dylan McDonald there is going to cross the line and go 14th fastest there. Did not go any quicker there on that 3rd and final lap. All right, so next up we're going to jump right into the heat racing here momentarily. So let's go over the the race analysis and the race setup for tonight. Format tonight, we have 4 12-lap heat races. Top 3 in those heat races will advance straight to the A main tonight. There will be a 20-lap C main where the top 2 will advance to the B main, and then 25-lap B main there, top 2 advance to the feature. So the ultimate goal here, 40-lap feature event tonight, 16-car field, and I believe with the number of drivers we had, I think we're right at 15, so it looks like everybody's going to make it to the feature here tonight. So no worries for the racers there. They could be plenty of aggressive and take some risk here in these heats in the C and B main tonight because they will make the feature. All right, up first for heat race number 1, we have John Crane, Dane Simpson, Patrick Shelton, Derek Sherman, and Mason Smith here for the 5 cars out on track here for heat race number 1. A 12-lap heat race here, and the top 3 will advance straight to the feature here. All right, we're going to see the pace truck pull off this time, and we'll get heat race number 1 started here. Dane Simpson there in that number 96. He's going to lead the field down to the start of heat race number 1. He's got the 199 of John Crane just to his outside there, with the 42 of Sherman in 3rd, the 04 of Shelton in 4th, and the 6 of Mason Smith back there in the back as they round the final corner. Green flag is out. We are underway here. Bit of a slow start there for the 199 of Crane. As you can see, the 42 there of Derek Sherman going to move up into 2nd. And it's still going to be a battle here for 3rd as the 04 there of Shelton pulls a nice slide job as the 199 gets on the berm. So the 199 there, John Crane, going to slide all the way back to 4th. He's now under pressure from Mason Smith here. As the drivers start to spread out. Oh, we've got an issue there with Derek Sherman. He is up into the wall, flipped over there, so that is going to end his night. As the 96 here of Simpson out front. See Patrick Shelton there in the 04, currently running 2nd. Looks like Simpson's a little bit quicker than Shelton here. as Shelton is about 0.8 of a second back now. John Crane there in the 199. He's starting to make up a little ground there to second place driver, the 04 of Shelton. As we approach 6 laps to go here. And just looking at the time of board, Shelton there was about a 10th quicker that last lap around than our current leader, the 96 of Simpson, as we take 6 to go. So the 04 there starting to find a bit of speed here as he shaves another 10th off through the turn 1 and 2 there. Laps to go, about half a second separates the top 2 here tonight. Just checking back through the field, nicely spread out here. Mason Smith up into 4th after Derek Sherman is out with that incident. 3 to go here. That gap is now down to about 0.4 of a second. As you can see, the 04 of Shelton is gaining, but is it going to be enough here? As he gets that gap down to about 0.3 of a second here as they take 2 to go here tonight in heat race number 1. Starting to see the 96 there struggle on corner exit. As you can see, he was very loose there. So that's going to allow the 04 of Shelton there to take a look on the inside as they take the white flag here in heat race number 1. Just see how aggressive here the 04 of Shelton wants to take it. As they round the final corner here tonight in heat race number 1. Looks like Simpson's going to be able to hold him off, and he does take home the heat race number 1 win. Shelton's going to finish 2nd, and Crane there finishing 3rd. So those 3 will advance here tonight. The rest will have a chance to race again here in the B and C main. All right, next up here, heat race number 2. We've got Jimmy Covert, who's going to start on pole. The 001 there of Patrick Cooney in 2nd. The 15 of Brandon Metler starting 3rd. The 44 of John Nobinger in 4th with the number 1 there, Dylan McDonald, rounding it out there in 5th tonight for heat race number 2. All right, we're going to see the pace truck dive off this time. We'll get heat race number 2 started here. The number 14 of Jimmy Covert's going to lead the field down to the start here with the 001 of Patrick Cooney to his outside as the pace truck dives off. And we are underway there. Looks like the 14 got a bit of an early start there. And caught Patrick Cooney by surprise here. As you can see, the battle for 2nd and 3rd here. Heating up with these 3 cars. Oh, a little contact there from the 38. That's going to be the number 1 of McDonald. Oh, he's going to make contact there with the 01 of Cooney. And it looks like that's going to be it for Cooney. And that will bring out a caution there as it was a 2-car incident. So let's go back and check the replay and see exactly what happened here. You can see McDonald there in the white and red car make a little contact with Cooney. And then just comes down the track slightly there on corner exit, makes contact with the 001. And that is what brought the first caution out here tonight in heat race number 2. All right, we're going to see the pace truck dive off this time, and the 14 there of Jimmy Covert going to lead us down to the restart here after our first caution of heat race number 2. And we are underway there. The number 14 of Covert getting another great early start there with the 44 of Nobinger right on his tail, though. And we already have another caution there. Looks like Dylan McDonald going to bring that one out. And let's go back and see what happened. Oh, it's going to be those two drivers again there. That's going to be Patrick Cooney and Dylan McDonald there making contact. It's right on board Patrick Cooney here at this restart. And you could just see it looked like he was headed toward the wall there and had to turn down the track and actually caught the right rear there of McDonald. Now let's watch it from McDonald's point of view here. And looks like McDonald was a little bit high on the track there, higher than he should have been there on the start. So it looks like both drivers making mistakes there, and that will bring out the second caution here in heat race number 2. All right, pace lights are off the pace truck, so we will get started here again with 3 laps remaining here. The 14 of Jimmy Covert going to lead us down to the line here for the restart. The 44 of Nobinger got a great restart last time. Let's see what he can do here again as the green flag is out. And you can see the top 2 there getting another great restart there. They're going to be neck and neck here for the final 3 laps. Looks like Nobinger is slightly quicker here, but it's very difficult to pass here. With 2 laps remaining here, we'll see what Nobinger can do as he chooses the high side. Covert there, our race leader, choosing the bottom side here as they cross the line, going to take the white flag. And they're going to be too wide here, coming down the back straight into the final corner. We'll see which line's going to be quicker here. Is it going to be that high side? And it does look like it's going to be so. Nobinger is going to win Heat Race 2 by a nose there. Great finish there with the 14 finishing second. All right, next up here for heat race number 3, we're going to have the 77 of Paul Butler, our pole sitter for this race, with the 46 of Adam Jones to his outside. We've got the 9 of Eric Andrews in third, with Carl Handwerk there starting fourth, and Kevin Foster there bringing up the field there in fifth. Alright, we're going to see the pace truck here dive off this time by for heat race 12 laps here. The 77 of Paul Butler there going to lead us down to the start here, with the 46 of Adam Jones on the outside as the pace truck pulls off here.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag is out. We're underway here. Very tight restart there, as you can see all the top 4, really the top 5 neck and neck here as they go through turn 1 and 2 there. Oh, we're going to have a little contact there. Looks like it's going to be Carl Handwerk there in the number 18 that goes around and brings out the first caution. And you can see just how difficult it is to get these cars turned around here. No reverse in these sprint cars here. And he is able to get it around there. Let's go back to the replay and check out what happened here. It looked like the 46 of Adam Jones here, as he comes out of turn 2, is going to have to check up because the 77 comes up the track there. And as soon as he did, the 18 got into the back of him. Let's try a different angle here. And yeah, you can see the 46 check up just slightly there. The 18 is going to get into the back of him. Let's ride on board the 18 here, Carl Handwerk. And you could hear Handwerk get off the throttle and on the brakes, so he was trying to avoid that checkup. Just wasn't enough there. And the pace truck is going to dive off here. The 77 of Butler is going to lead us to the green flag and gets a great early start there. The 46 of Adam Jones there in second. Kevin Foster currently third. And you can see a great battle here for fourth as Carl Handwerk all over the back of the 9 of Andrews there. And it looks like the 18 there of Handwerk is going to complete the pass, move up into fourth. Next in his sights there is going to be Foster. Meanwhile, Adam Jones starting to make up a bit of time here on our race leader, the 77 of Paul Butler, as they cross the line there and take 6 to go this time by. On board second place, Adam Jones here as he chases down the race leader here. Across the line, 5 to go this time by. Both drivers there running that high side now. 4 to go that time by. It looks like both drivers there running similar lap times these past 2 laps. It'd be very difficult to pass here with both drivers running the same line. Looks like Adam Jones is going to have to get some momentum off of one of these corners and try to pull a slide job as we take 3 laps to go here in the final heat race of the evening. See if Adam Jones here can get a run out of the corner. He does not as they take 2 to go this time by. They're going to be neck and neck here through turns 1 and 2 again. Looks like Adam Jones moved down the track slightly there. Found a bit of grip as Paul Butler goes defensive there, goes down to the bottom in turns 3 and 4 there. As they take the white flag here, one more lap here in the final heat race tonight. Can Adam Jones get around Paul Butler here for the heat win? And they're going to head through turns 3 and 4 here for the final time. Looks like Paul Butler is going to hold off for the heat race win. Adam Jones going to finish second. Carl Handwork there working his way up into third and getting that final transfer spot. All right, up next we have the C main here. So let's go over the starting grid. Mason Smith will start first here in the C main with Dylan McDonald starting second. Kevin Foster will be in third, Derek Sherman fourth, Patrick Cooney in fifth, and Eric Andrews rounds out the field there in sixth. We'll go 20 laps here in the C main tonight. And just based on the car field count here, I believe every driver will advance to the feature here. It's a 16 car field in the feature. I believe we have 15 drivers in the field tonight, so no one has to worry about not making the feature here. But everybody wants the points, and they do want a C main victory here tonight. So let's see how aggressive these drivers get here. Once we get going in one more lap here, Mason Smith is going to lead us down to the start here of the C main with the one of McDonald there to his outside. The number 42 there of Derek Sherman will be in third with Kevin Foster fourth, Eric Andrews in fifth, and Patrick Cooney actually did not grid, so he will not be in C main here tonight. Pace truck's going to dive off here. Mason Smith going to lead us down to the start here.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag is out. We are underway there. Great start there by Mason Smith. Looks like the outside line didn't quite get going there, but they made up momentum there on the outside there through turns 1 and 2. Dylan McDonald there is battling our race leader currently, Mason Smith there on that high side. Off Eric Andrews. Oh, he's going to lose the car there and spin there as he just got loose on corner entry. He is able to get it around and keep going though, so we're going to stay green here. You're going to see Dylan McDonald there, going to take a look up the inside, but again, he's going to get loose as well. Just to check up there and loses out a ton of time to our race leader, Mason Smith. Field is spread out here now. Right on board second place, Dylan McDonald here as he chases down our race leader, Mason Smith. McDonald looks like he has the speed here on this high line. As long as he can stay consistent, he is reeling in there on our race leader. Mason Smith and McDonald there ran the exact same lap time that last time around. Laps remaining here. Looks like that gap's going to be about 0.6 of a second there. Mason Smith out front. And Smith is looking like he's going to pull away slightly here this lap as he extends his gap to about 0.7 of a second there as they cross the line. It looks like Derek Sherman has been involved in another incident here. Let's take a look at it. Ooh, he's going to make contact there with the outside wall and go on the ride. Bit of a ride there, but he will call it quits here as he goes down pit road. Ten laps remaining here. Currently Mason Smith out front, pulling away slightly from second place Dylan McDonald. As you can see, the gap is now up to 0.7 of a second there as they take 9 to go that time around. Just how slick the bottom side of the track is there as every driver has moved up to that top side. And you can see McDonald looks to be struggling, whereas Mason Smith is way smoother here. Just look at the wheel input here. Keeping that car nice and straight off of the corners there as Mason Smith pulls away ever more slightly there that last lap. The gap is now up to 1 second here. As Mason Smith is about to approach the lap traffic there as they take 5 to go this time around. Chipped away there at the gap about 0.2 of a second that last lap. So I'm not sure if Smith had a bit of a mistake or if McDonald has found some speed here as we take 3 laps remaining here in the C main. Mason Smith currently out in the race lead, holding off McDonald there in second. And yes, McDonald takes away another 10th there that time around as they take 2 to go. And looks like McDonald's found some speed, but it's going to be too late here as they are going to come out of turn 3 and 4 here and take the white flag in the C main. Mason Smith here has one more lap he has to hold off for the C main win here tonight as they go down into the final corner. And Mason Smith is going to do it there. He's going to take the C main win with Dylan McDonald coming in second. Eric Andrews there rounding out third. All right, now we're going to jump into a short 1-minute warm-up session, and then we'll head right into the feature event tonight. All right, starting order for the 40-lap feature event tonight. We're going to have Dane Simpson there starting in first with John Nobinger starting second. Paul Butler will start third. Patrick Shelton fourth. Jimmy Covert will start fifth. Adam Jones in sixth. John Crane seventh. Brandon Metler in 8th. In 9th, we have Carl Handwerk. Starting 10th, we have Mason Smith. In 11th, Dylan McDonald. And in 12th there, we have Eric Andrews. Starting 13th, Kevin Foster with Derek Sherman there, rounding out the field there in 14th tonight for our 40-lap feature event here, round 14 of the Core Premier Series. And real quick, while they pace around and get started here with the race tonight, let's go over the point situation here as we head into the final 2 rounds before the playoffs. And you can see the cutoff line there, very tight back there, down there in 10th all the way to 15th here. But Carl Handwerk there is currently our points leader heading into tonight, round 14. Kevin Foster in 2nd, Adam Jones 3rd, Chris Hamilton 4th, Mason Smith in 5th, Jimmy Covert 6th, John Nobinger in 7th, Brandon Metler 8th, Patrick Shelton 9th, Paul Butler 10th, Dane Simpson 11th in points, and Derek Sherman there in 12th, right above that cut line before we head to... We've got one more round before we head into the playoffs. That'll be next week. I believe it's the Trucks at Homestead. But Dave Lohr there, you can see tied for 12th. Very close. John Crane also fighting to make it in that above that cutoff line here tonight. So pay attention to him. He needs a good run here this evening. But the point situation is heating up here. Ace Truck's going to dive off here. The 96 of Simpson going to lead us down to the start of the race here. Green flag is out and we are underway. And you can see already a hectic start. We've got a couple cars in the field, a couple upside down there. It looks like it's going to be the 8 of Kevin Foster, Patrick Shelton there, and the 04 upside down currently. I believe Dylan McDonald was involved in that as well. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. I believe it was multiple incidents here. We'll watch the 42 of Derek Sherman here. Oh, and we see what happened there. The 1 of McDonald got into the 9 of Eric Andrews. Looking at the red and white car there on the bottom side, you can see hits the berm and then slides up into the 9. And I'm not sure how Patrick Shelton, like his incident might have been something completely separate here. So this is the 04 there of Shelton. Ah, yes, the 44 of Nobinger there gets loose and the 04 gets into him. It's always interesting to see the drivers here try to tip the cars back over. I've seen it happen before, but the 04 there, Shelton, is going to give up and tow it back to pit road, unfortunately. All right, we're going to take another attempt here at a restart here. The pace truck is going to pull off this time, so the 96 of Dane Simpson is going to lead us down to the restart line. He's got the 77 of Paul Butler there to his outside.
Green flag, green flag.
Flag is out. Great jump there by the 96. We've already got contact there. The 44 of Nobinger, as he's going to be checked out. See the 18 of Carl Handwerk here in a great battle for fourth. Right on the tail of the 46 of Adam Jones. They're going to touch there through the corner, but it looks like both drivers did a great job. Going to keep going here. You see the 44 there of Nobinger taking a look up the inside as well. 2x2 here. As you see the 44 do a great slide job there. He's going to move up into 5th momentarily, but the 18 of Handwork there will go to the bottom and retake that position away. Meanwhile, Adam Jones still currently in 4th, but it looks like Handwork there going to complete the pass there on the bottom side. Next in Handwork sights here is going to be the 14 of Covert. As you see, Handwork has a ton of speed here as he moves his way up through the field. Going to take a look up the inside there. Wasn't quite enough room, but he's going to make it work anyway as they go 2 wide here down the front straight. And the 18 of Handwork there is going to move up into 3rd. Going to try to follow him through here on that bottom side, but the 14 of Covert not going to give that position up too easily there. And a great 3-way battle here for 6th. That's going to be John Nobinger and John Crane here battling it out. Paul Butler here, a 2nd place driver, now under pressure from the 18 of Handwork, as Handwork is moving his way up through the field very quickly here. He's going to go to the bottom side here and try to complete this pass for 2nd. Gets a great run off of the corner and completes the slide job there. We'll see if Paul Butler is able to cross him back over here down the back straight. Oh, and Paul's going to slide up the track there, but Handwork is going to complete the pass there and move up into 2nd. Meanwhile, the 96 of Dane Simpson out currently in the lead, has about a 1 second gap as we take 25 laps to go here in our feature event. Next, it looks like the 14 here of Covert looking to the inside of the 77 of Paul Butler. That's your move for 3rd here. Oh, he's going to slide up the track there. They're going to make contact. Adam Jones here looking to capitalize on that action here as he looks to go to the inside here, the 77 of Paul Butler. That's going to be for 4th if Jones can complete the pass. Does not complete it there, just didn't have the momentum he needed. And looks like Eric Andrews here is going to complete a pass on the 199 of Crane, but Crane is going to fight back there on the outside. Here can do the crossover. Oh, he's going to lose the rear end of the car there, have to check up. So it looks like Eric Andrews in that 9, he's going to move up to 8. Oh, and he got a pass for the race lead here. The 18 of Handwork pulled a nice pass there on the 96 of Simpson, but Simpson's going to try the crossover here, and he is going to make it work as he retakes the lead momentarily. But Handwork going to try it again here. It looked like they touched there through the corner, but Handwork is going to get the best of it there and move up into the race lead. See the 14 here of Jimmy Covert. He's getting in on this action as well as he's caught 2nd place for 96 of Simpson. Also, Brandon Metler here in the 15 has caught the back of the 44 of John Nobinger. That's going to be your battle for 6. $16 laps remaining here. The top 2 are starting to pull away here for the 3rd place, the 14 of Jimmy Covert. Meanwhile, further back in the field here, we've got in 4th the 77 of Paul Butler. Adam Jones there currently running 5th. Brandon Metler here still trying to get around the 44 of Nobinger there for 6th. As he takes a look up the inside, they're going to make a little contact there. but it looks like the 15 had to check up there ever so slightly, so the 44 of Nobinger is going to keep the position. Adam Jones here has caught the back of the 77 of Paul Butler. This is your battle for fourth. Right on board Adam Jones here as he tries to make it by Butler here for fourth. Going to get a great run here off the corner. Let's see if he can take it up the inside. Down into turns 3 and 4 here. We'll see just how quick that outside line is compared to the bottom side. But Adam Jones doing a great job there, holding his own on the bottom. Going to try to slide up in front of Butler, but not going to make it work there. So Butler's going to retake fourth. Meanwhile, race leader Carl Handwerk here has stretched his lead out to almost 1 second over the 96 of Dane Simpson here with 10 laps remaining. Jimmy Covert still running in third, with Paul Butler holding on to fourth here. Adam Jones in fifth. And you can see these drivers running all the way up against the wall now on that high side. Very dangerous to run up there. Margins are slim and very easy to make a mistake and get into the outside wall there with that right rear tire. And looks like Bettler here still trying to complete that pass on the 44 of Nobinger 4-6. He went to the inside there, didn't quite get by him though. Five laps remaining here. Handwerk has run all the way here with a 1.7 second lead. So the battle is further back here, second through fifth. As you can see, Paul Butler has caught the 14 of Covert here in third. Butler going to go to the inside here. Can he complete the pass? Oh, the 14 is going to stay low as well, so the 77 had to check up. Adam Jones there going to go to the outside. Can Butler pull the slide job there and take away the line? He does. So it looks like Butler's going to hold on to the position there. Meanwhile, up front, Carl Handwerk there took the 2 to go that time by. And the white flag is out here. Final lap, one more lap here for the 18 of Handwerk. Dane Simpson a little bit further back. He's under pressure here. Sorry, Covert's under pressure here for third. But Carl Handwerk here is going to round the final corner for the final time there. Take the feature win with Dane Simpson in second. It's going to be a close one there to the line, but the 14 of Covert is going to take third, with the 77 of Paul Butler finishing fourth and Adam Jones there rounding out the top 5 tonight. Finishing in 6th, we have Brandon Mettler. 7th, John Nobinger. In 8th, we have Eric Andrews. In 9th, John Crane. Finishing 10th, we have Kevin Foster. In 11th, Patrick Shelton. 12th, Derek Sherman. Mason Smith taking home 13th, with Dylan McDonald there in 14th. All right, we'll give the top 3 just a moment to celebrate, and then we'll try to get a word with the top 3 there for a little post-race interview. All right, now let's try to get a word with our third place driver. We've got Jimmy Covert up in the broadcast booth with us. Hey, Jimmy, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
That's Jimmy. I got you.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on that third place finish tonight. Heck of a run. Very difficult car here, the 410 Wing Sprints, to keep underneath you here at Knoxville. Just got to ask, what was your strategy going in tonight? I know the guys didn't have a lot of practice, but were you able to turn some laps before coming into tonight?
We'll just say I put in about 600 laps of practice over the past week on this track. So that and a little bit of help from Thad, our dirt specialist, I guess if you want to call him that. Shout out to him, obviously, for helping me.
Hey, and practice showed here tonight as you were able to hold off a couple fast drivers there toward the end. You had Paul Butler and Adam Jones, caught up to you there at the end. So you did a great job there holding them off. Just got to ask the track evolution here tonight. We saw that bottom and middle line get very slick very quickly and had to move up to the top side of the track. Just how slick was it once you had to maybe drive down into the slick there, maybe pulling a pass or being defensive?
Once the track started to slick off, it was if you've driven the wing car at all, it was just adjusting the wing so the car wouldn't get too far sideways, but enough, keep enough grip in the back end so you could still maintain your traction through the center and be able to run into that slick a little bit without having to hug the wall, because I'm a little scared of the wall because of these cars. You get a little bit of tire damage and you're done.
Absolutely. Well, you kept the car clean tonight, brought it home in third. Great finish from you. While you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just a shout out to all the guys that showed up. I know dirt's not everybody's favorite, and my wife, and obviously to you for putting the broadcast on for us.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on that third place finish, and hopefully next week we'll be able to chat with you again.
We'll try.
All right, that's going to do it for our third place driver there. The 14 of Jimmy Covert taking home third. Now let's get a word with our second place driver. We've got Dane Simpson up in the broadcast booth with us. Hey, Dane, it's Kevin. You got a copy? Hey, Dane, it's Kevin up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? All right, looks like Dane's having a little bit of technical difficulty, so we'll jump right to our race winner here. We've got Carl Handwork in the broadcast booth with us. Hey, Carl, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, congratulations on a heck of a run there, taking home the victory and doing it in style there tonight. It looked like once the track slicked up, it really, came to you there. We saw you struggle a little bit in your heat race, I believe. But man, in the feature, once that track got slick, you found the speed. Is that sort of what you felt here tonight? As that track evolved, you were just able to find that speed.
Yeah, I think tonight is kind of a curse being at the top of the point standings, because you go out there so late in qualifying, and that just set me kind of on the back foot from the start. By the time I got out there for qualifying, the track, it didn't look slick, but it lost that initial grip, and that's where I lost 2/10 just because of that right there, and that's why I was so far back in qualifying, put me in the back of the heat, and then just trying to really get up on the wheel in the heat to get up through there, but it's just all congested right there yet. So yeah, it was a rough heat, but ended up putting it in the A main, but obviously towards the back, so it was fun. I mean, I knew the track was going to be grippy all the way through, and on the initial start, I got up on Crane in front of me a little bit, and it seemed like he was a little bit slow off the start. So I knew in that restart I needed to get to the middle in turn one and really just start working my way through as quick as possible while the entire track had grip. And then I knew once it started slicking off, only the guys that knew how to kind of follow the evolution would be kind of the contenders. And really, I mean, Dane had a fast car all night. I mean, even though he went out early in qualifying, he still was fast in practice. So I knew getting by him wasn't going to be easy, but he made a a couple mistakes at the right time, and a couple of my sliders stick, and yeah, from there it was just hit my marks and slowly following the groove all the way up to the wall.
Absolutely, and you did it in style tonight, winning by, I believe it was 1.6 seconds there at the line. But heck of a race from you here tonight, taking home the win as we head into the final round before the playoffs next week. I believe, yes, it's
Yep, it
the
is.
Gander Trucks at Homestead next week. So we haven't had the trucks this season yet. So just got to ask, how do you feel about that?
I'm looking forward to it. I started the first league I was in iRacing. I started with the Gander trucks, so that's always kind of a nice fallback for me. But it's a lot of these guys in here. It's their fallback too, so it's not going to be that easy. And I think it'll just be an accomplishment making the final. I mean, it's four or five guys make the feature. I think it's five guys make the feature with the crazy format we got next week. So it'll be fun because it's like races like this tonight. It's nice when you can just kind of sit back and hang in the hang in Discord and BS with the rest of the guys and not have to worry about the race that's going on at the time. And then just completely panic when it's time for you to get out there. But we'll have a lot of that next week when all depending on how many guys show up. It could go all the way down to the I main. So it'll be fun watching the step ladder and seeing how far guys can climb. And hopefully I won't have to climb too far. Hopefully I'll just get right through in the heat race.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the win tonight. While you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
First, I want to give a shout out to these guys in here. I mean, it's not the hardest dirt car to drive and not the hardest dirt track to drive, but to run, damn near 40 laps caution free. I mean, I think I only had one caution. That's awesome. So that's, my hat's off to all these guys out here. I know some got practice, some didn't. So to be able to do that, that's awesome. So first, thank these guys for that. Thank Joker Graphics. This Horton Here's a Who car was running good tonight, so thanks to Josh and Joker Graphics for that. I want to send a shout out to Thaddeus Marshall. If he was here tonight, it probably would have been a different result at the top. So I appreciate him helping me and not showing up tonight. A little bit of both. And then obviously, you for putting out all the broadcasts for us. Looking forward to continuing to work with you and hopefully be in the booth a little bit more often.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on that victory tonight, and hopefully we'll be talking to you in Victory Lane again next week.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, that'll do it for our race winner here. And now let's try to get a word with our second place driver, Dane Simpson. We'll try to reach him again. Hey, Dane, it's Kevin up in the broadcast booth. Got a copy? And no, he does not. He disconnected there. So it looks like Dane's having a bit of a technical difficulties there. So we won't get a word with him tonight, but he did have a good run all night long, finishing second here in round 14 of the Core Premier Series. Nothing to be shy about there, but looks like he might be back here. Let's try to get a word with Dane. Hey, Dane, it's Kevin. You got a copy? Dane, it's Kevin up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? And we tried, couldn't make it work there, so we couldn't get connected with Dane. But that'll do it here for round 14 of the Core Premier Series. You can see next week we're going to head to Homestead in the Gander Mountain Trucks for a little bit of a unique format. We'll go into that next week, but just know it's not going to be a single race. There will be essentially many heat races and eliminations that will happen. So it's going to be a unique format next week. We're excited for that. So stay tuned, same time next week, and we hope to see you back again. And also tune in tomorrow night. I believe it is the opening round of the season 2 of the GT3 series here. So we'll be broadcasting that as well tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So come check that out here, the Core GT3 series. And thank you all for tuning in here, round 14 of the Core Premier Series. We hope to have you join us back next week.